Yo, 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 what is going on? What is going on? Look, it's been a minute. Let me know. Mic check, 1, 2. I'll be good. I'll be good. It feels good to be back on, man. It feels good to be out here. What is up, y'all? It is your Normie Sensei Master Cunt here with Normies to Nerds. Yo, we got a good stream tonight because, bro, we got to talk about, like, cut the crap. We got to talk about that Ant-Man Quantumania trailer. That thing was ridiculous, bro. All right, look, I'm gonna give y'all the TLDR. I'm not gonna waste no time here. First off, what's up, Quentin? What's going on, bro? Solo stream today, we killing it. What is going on, Star Wars MCU OG? Your boy's just excited to be back on the stream because it's been since She-Hulk episode 1 since we got on the stream here. So it is good. It is good to be like flexing the legs on the streams. I've been focusing on the videos for a while, but we even took a break from the videos, so it's good to be back here, bruh. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. All right, I gotta ask a poll here. I gotta ask a question in the poll here. We rearrange. You know, when it's a while since you do something, it's like, bruh, you gotta remember what the hell you're doing, right? All right, let me rearrange this here. Bad. So let me ask y'all this in the comments. Let me ask y'all this. What did you think about the trailer? What did you think about the trailer? And where were you before the trailer? And where are you now? Because, bro, before this trailer, I'ma be real. I have been tempering my expectations for this movie for a minute. And when I say tempering my expectations, like, I was at the point where, I wasn't really expecting this movie to be as crazy as we were expecting it to be. But now since this trailer has come out, bruh, like, what's going on, Felicity? How's it going? Now since this trailer is out, like, yeah, we get to see more of Kang. I get to see more of a vibe of what we're getting. I'm a bit more excited because here's 2 reasons why. We're going to go look at the trailer. Here's 2 reasons why. 1, I just really never been that high on Ant-Man or any of his movies. And then 2, yeah, it's Ant-Man. Like, it from what we went through with Phase 4, like, I really never really dove into it here, but Phase 4 was really, really rough, in my opinion. So from what we went through with Phase 4, coming up to now, like, seeing that trailer, the first trailer, I wasn't really 100% sold that we would be back where we're gonna be, but I'm here now, baby. I'm here now. Marco Rodriguez says, I can't believe a sneak peek of what legendary battle against the Avengers, Deadpool, Wolverine, and the Fantastic Four has already been confirmed. I'm going to fate with excitement. It's a dream. Yeah, it's pretty effing dope right now, bro. All right, so look, let's go look at that trailer right now. We're going to go out here to the training ground, and if you're just dropping in here, subscribe to the channel. Normies to Nerds. I'm your Normie Sensei Master Cunt. Thank y'all for dropping by. Drop a like on the video as well. So we're gonna go ahead and look at the trailer here. Let's go ahead and look at the trailer. And if you've seen the trailer already, let me know what you think. Is this trailer like, are you giving it like a 8, 9? For me personally, I'm giving this trailer a 9. And I should give it a 10 because Miss Sensei, who ain't been feeling Jack Diddley squat for Marvel in a minute. Like, Miss Sensei ain't even go see, she didn't even go see Black Panther Wakanda Forever. she looked at that joint and she was about to go to sleep. And I was playing it. And she said, that looks really good. I said, oh, damn. Oh, damn. We might have one. I might have her back in the theater. So, look, let's go ahead and watch this trailer. What's going on, Mikhail? How is it going, bruh? Had to come back out. Hey, thank you, bro. Thanks for stopping by on the stream. Good to hang out here. Good to be back streaming. We're going to be back on streaming schedule for a while. Let's go ahead and watch this. Let me know if in the comments if you can hear it good. Put a 1 in the comments.
Daughter, but you've lost a lot of time, like me. We can help each other with that. Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want.
He looks a lot better than what I thought he was going to end up looking like from some wide out shots.
It can rewrite existence and shatter timelines. You cannot trust him.
I don't care who this guy is. I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
Let me make this easy for you. You will bring me what I need. Or everything you call a life will end.
This is all my fault.
You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
You thought you could win.
Shout out to Marco for not using a song that would get
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose.
I'm sorry, Cassie.
All right, y'all. We gotta break this down old school style, bro. Because like, again, the trailer was dope to me, and like to be real, like the early stuff in the trailer, like that's plot stuff, right? Like this is all plot stuff, like how they're gonna get to Kang. Basically, Kang is trapped in the quantum realm. Like I don't want to waste time and all that, and I'm gonna be working on a video about what I think is going on with Kang, in this whole thing. But there are a couple of parts that I do want to just point out, and I gotta remember this is my second time watching the trailer here.
We could help each other with that.
Who are you?
I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want.
What's that?
Time.
All right, so that's pretty much clear. Like he's gonna be using Cassie Lang, and they promise to get back time, to get whatever he wants to Ant-Man. To spoiler warning, because we're gonna be throwing things out here. There's a difference between some of the things that are my theory and some of the things that are my that are a little bit spoilery, right? But let's just say Kang is gonna want to be getting a device that allows him to take over the multiverse. Let's just put it that way. And that's going to be a deal that he's going to try to work out with Scott. And it's pretty obvious too that Scott's going to like come up and try to take the deal. He's going to be a selfish D-head and go and try to take the deal, which I don't think is a really good move.
It can rewrite existence.
All right, I want to point this out here. The way this joint looks in the quantum realm, this reminds me of like how the TVA looked like it was set up. Now I know like the TVA isn't. This looks like a more militaristic TVA setup. Like when you think about it, like the way these buildings are columnized, like this looks like a weaponized, militarized TVA to me, bro. Not saying it's the same TVA we see in Loki, but this could be a hint or an instance as to maybe they came with the same inspiration, or maybe that's a certain build that you have. What's going on, Jedi Mike? Maybe that's a certain build that you have in the quantum realm. But it just reminds me of the TVA, but I'm not really calling it to be the TVA. But it's I do kind of find it funny that it does look a little bit like a variant version of it when you do it.
It can rewrite existence.
Yeah, it's Chronopolis, right? Nikki. Oh, here comes Nikki. What she got to say? Hold up. What Nikki? She said, "OMG, they're giving away so much in the trailers." I don't think they're giving away so much in the trailers, bro. I don't think they really gave away a lot. Because to me, the juice isn't about this movie. And I'll get to that later on. I'll get to that at the end of it. But to me, the juice isn't about what happens in this movie. That's not what I'm watching the movie for. And I don't think that's what they're trying to say.
And shatter timelines.
All right, now this genre is crazy. And I'm wondering, I gotta do some theory digging here. But I'm wondering if Kang is trying to, in this instance, find a Scott to put in a reality and timeline to where he gets what he wants.
You cannot trust him.
I don't care who this guy is.
Listen, this movie is in my top 5. I need it to be good. All right. I need it to be great too.
I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
All right, let me just pause right here, because if there was one thing that was going to hang me up about this movie and about the previous trailer, it was the way the world looked. All right, like I wasn't necessarily all the way to the moon, like in how the graphics looked and everything. This here looks a lot better, and we're gonna this shot right here, like Avatar, what, bruh? Like, bruh, this shot right here looks amazing. Like, bruh, I can't wait to see this in the movie theater. I'm definitely going to go see it in IMAX, because, like I said, the Quantum Realm early on looked a little, like, the graphics in it looked a little wonky to me, but it looks a lot better in this trailer. And this shot right here, like, I'm trying to figure out where they are. Like, maybe they're in a pocket of the Quantum Realm, but this looks kind of worldly right here, right?
Let me make this easy for you. You will bring me what I need.
These are a bunch of Scots. Right? They make it try to look like
You will bring me what I need.
but these are a bunch of Scots. These are a bunch of Scots, bro.
You will bring me what I need.
Wild theory here. Could Kang be offering these deals to Scots throughout the multiverse all at one time? Seems to me the way all of these Scots are running towards something, to where now this Scott is climbing onto the top, and I'm assuming that's our Scott is climbing onto the top to access whatever this is. I'm wondering if one, Kang made the deal with all the Scots at the same time, and this is Scott trying to go get it, or two, if we're going to get a army of Scots to try and defeat Kang at the end of this movie. This could very well be a possibility too, to where you get an army of Scots coming together and trying to stop this tech, because this tech definitely looks Ten Ringy, right? Chung-Chi.
For you.
Let's see if I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because here's the thing, the Quantum Realm is so small, like that could actually be the 10 rings. And I'm gonna go back when I make a video. Like right now I'm kind of getting juice, like looking through this. Like, I really want to pull it up because I need to look through it and get some juice for my video that I'm gonna make tonight. But doesn't this kind of, like, on the inside here, right? Like, doesn't this kind of remind you of Shang-Chi, of what it looked like inside of the 10 rings when that signal activated? It has to be a major tie into that, and I gotta go back and look at the 10 rings.
You will bring me what I need.
It kind of
Or everything you call a life will end.
Here's the thing, bruh. Witness the beginning. This is it. This is why I'm coming to see the movie. This is why I'm coming to see Kang Dynasty. I mean, not Kang Dynasty, Ant-Man Quantumania. This word right here. Witness the beginning, bruh. Witness the beginning. I'm gonna be at the beginning. I'm gonna be there watching the beginning of this dynasty. Like, bruh, think about, all right, the first time I think I really realized that what Thanos was and what Thanos was coming to do, I think it had to be what? Maybe He come out in Age of Ultron when he was like, I do it myself. Was that Avengers? Whichever one he came out and was like, I do it myself, that's when we got revealed, right? We've been wondering ever since Loki came out, like what, 2 years now? 2 years ago now? Ever since Loki came out, we've been wondering what they're doing with Kang. Like where we're headed with Kang. This to me, yeah, Loki was like the seed. I think Loki was the seed. This is the beginning to the dynasty. Because there was a bit of a rumor that the villain here in this one, in this Ant-Man Quantumania, this Kang will be the same Kang that we see in Kang Dynasty and the same Kang that we see in Ant-Man Quantumania. I mean, in Avengers Secret Wars. So Loki was like the beginning of we're getting Kang. But this is not the Kang because, like, again, we witness the beginning of the multiversal saga, I guess, right? All right, this is dope too because, bruh, who are these people? Who is Kang's army? Kang has his army of people in like, kind of. Kang has his army of people in like these red helmets, like in these blue helmets. Who is his army? Who is flying these ships? I'm very interested in that. But like, bruh. So yeah, it's the beginning of the new dynasty. So yeah, that's why Loki really wanted the beginning of the new dynasty because Kang wasn't this Kang. However, this is the beginning of the dynasty because we're about to see how to put it. It's possible that this goes down at the very same exact time as Loki when Loki came back and realized he was in a different TVA. It's very possible that this is the case. Now, there's no leaks or rumors out there, or anything like that, saying that this Loki, like that Loki is connected to Ant-Man Quantumania, like that, right? But this statue of this Kang, that statue of Kang, really look good. I mean, really look like identical, if you will. So I don't think it's that far fetched that this Loki could have come back into a reality where this Kang is running.
This is all my fault. This is all my fault.
One or two things here, bro. Either Scott is somewhere where he's not supposed to be and is making himself be pulled from realities from himself. What the F? What is going on, my brother? What is going on, Marvin Maniac? Like, what the F is happening here with Kang, bro? I mean, with Scott running. Like, we got a bunch of these Scotts coming out, running after him. What the hell is going on with this Scott? Because like I said, let's run this back.
This is all my fault.
This is obviously the shot that we saw earlier where they're running towards the 10 rings looking thing, right? Now with Scott, this makes me think Scott is not in control of it and they're going against a certain force.
You've made...
Okay, I'm connecting dots here too. This is Kang doing this as well because later on Janet says that Kang has the ability to warp reality. This shot of what they're doing with Scott reminds me a lot of what Wanda did with Mr. Fantastic and warping reality. Reminds me a bit of what Kang did with warping reality. This, I feel like, is that warping reality.
You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
Here's his badass. All right, we got MODOK popping up. This MODOK looks cool. Like, he looks cool, but the problem is I think he looks a little too cool. Like, they just made MODOK look like a robot. They made MODOK look like a robot. Hold on, what was it? What was it, Felicity? What did you just think? What did I say that you just thought? Um, yeah, they really made this dude look like a robot. Like I get it, but looking like Wizard of Oz. I mean, I get like the cool design of it, and it'll probably look cooler for kids to buy on toys. He looks cool, but he just like I would like to see like Darren Cross's face mushed up, right? And maybe we still get to see that, but I would like to see Darren Cross's face mushed up and make MODOK look like he's in pain. MODOK is very hard to look at. This isn't that hard to look at. It's not that menacing. But to me, every time I see MODOK, I don't know a lot about him. Like I know the basics, like how he was made or what have you. But when I look at MODOK, like MODOK is always very uncomfortable to look at, bruh. And in this case, I don't see that. About how it looks like that Wanda pulled Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, yeah, like that was like dope. It looks like just like it. It has to be that reality warping shit, bro. He's already shaped like a Funko Pop. He is. It's just ready. He's ready for the Funkos. He's ready for the Funkos. And what's going on, folks? If you just dropping in here, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're just dropping in, we on the grind to our first 1,000 subs. But Tom the Griffin said, I need to see more of MODOK before I can judge. Yeah, I'm not judging them or anything. Like hopefully they'll release the mask, but like I just hope this isn't the full thing of MODOK. Bruh. I just want to like come down to this, like, and we'll probably see better shots to like kind of highlight it. Ah, shit. We'll see better shots to highlight it. But this shot right here, bro, like, this lets me know that Kang is going to like take some hits. World's biggest geek, what's going on, man? How do you feel about the Young Avengers coming into the mix kickoff? I'm here for it. I just hope they don't try to rush it. That's the only thing. I hope they don't try to rush it. It would be better if they didn't make it in this phase. And I hate to say it like that, but phase 5, they need to focus on getting back on their shit. Unless it ties directly into what we're getting, I don't think we're heading in that direction. The Loki show better be referenced here. It better be, or the video is louder than me. Oh snap! Let me turn my shit up. All right, are we better here? Is this good, bro? Is the audio popping? All right. That shot here lets me know that Kang is going to get popped, bro. That Scott's going to do some damage on Kang. And then we're going to get a little bit of preview of Creed 3 as Kang is going to be going to work. Like, this is, like, I think very important to mention. I mean, even though it's just Scott, he is going to be going ham.
You thought you could win.
Like, bro, this stump here, shit. Like, come on, dog.
I don't have to win.
We both just have to lose.
I'm sorry, Cassie.
February 17th, I'm taking the day off from work. All right. February 17th, I'm taking the day off from work. All right, let me get some music back in here, and I'm only going to go for probably send me some questions, ask me some questions, because I really want to I want to know what you want to know. Help me out here. What do you want to know about? Can't be acting slow here. There we go. What do you want to know? Like, what questions do you have about this trailer? All right, I'm gonna put that. What questions do you have about the Ant-Man 3 trailer? I probably need to turn this music down too while we at it. But you know, Felicity, I had to come back with the beats. Felicity, I had to come back with the beats. All right, where am I at here? Let me get back reorganized. Oh my God, this one. I think this one's new right here. I need to turn my music down. All right. That music was getting to me too, Felicity. All right, let me get back on topic here. What I'm trying to say is Ant-Man 3, this trailer, single-handedly, deliberately, got us back to where we need to be. This trailer right here has brought a hype that I haven't felt for any Marvel project in a minute. And don't get me wrong, like, I really liked Wakanda Forever. Never really delved into that. But I really liked Wakanda Forever. I think it was as great as a movie as they can make given the situation they were in. Don't agree with everything, but I liked the movie, right? And it felt MCU-ish. Like, they had ties into the Thunderbolts. Like, that's cool to see what's going on this level, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be fun and great. But this trailer here, I was concerned before this trailer because there are things out there about it not being so heavy on Kang. There are things out there about Kang not being that big of the villain, that it's really MODOK that would be the bigger villain, but Kang would be involved. That's like, that's what was there. But this trailer here sets it up for what we need to know. And Nikki said it. It felt like they were giving away a lot in this trailer. And they did, right? Let's be honest. They did. They gave away pretty much everything when it comes to what's going to be going down with Ant-Man. When it comes to what's going to be going down with Scott and whatnot, and the plot of this movie, they basically did give it away. Right? Like, they basically gave it away. They said that one, Ant-Man is going to get pulled into the quantum realm. We know that. A, he's going to get pulled into the quantum realm with his family and with everybody else, right? B, Janet knows things about Kang. Janet knows Kang's powers. She told us Kang's powers, right? Alters realities. He rewrites reality and destroys timelines. That's what Kang can do. Sounds like the power of the Beyonder Kang. He obviously can't do that right now. So he has to have, probably has the cosmic cube in some form or fashion. He probably is trying to get to the cosmic cube to have that power. But we'll talk about that later. They pretty much gave it all away as to what's going to happen in the film, right? And at the end of the day, it comes down to what Ant-Man is going to be trying to do as far as trying to make Kang lose, right? That's where we're headed. It's like, we know Ant-Man is going to lose, but can he make Kang lose too? I don't think Ant-Man is going to die. I honestly don't think anybody is going to die. I think we're going to see a lot of versions of Ant-Man's die, but I don't think Scott Lang is going to die. I don't think he is. I don't think he'll make it back, but I don't think we're going to see him get killed. I don't think he's going to die. Oh, I need to fix this. Hold up. All right, there we go. All right, let me see here. It says, I hope, Bull Speakers Geek says, I hope no one does not die in this movie, and it brings them into Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty. Yeah, I don't think anyone is going to die, to be real. Do you think Kang will address that in game? Was his plan all along? Loki said, Loki's show said no free will, right? Ant-Man has to ask him about it. I don't think he will, because this is a completely different Kang. And that plan with everything that was planned by He Who Remains. This wasn't planned by this Kang the Conqueror. Everything that was planned by He Who Remains. And then the multiverse is breaking open. I think simultaneously as what was probably happening in Loki, maybe. Um, this stuff that was going on, this stuff that is going on with Kang the Conqueror here, could be happening simultaneously. And he's trying to get out and the defeat. He either knows he who remains is defeated, or two, he's trying to get out and defeat he who remains and open up the multiverse so he can conquer it. That's where my head is at with that, right? So I don't think he really cares about Endgame. I think he would say, I've seen so many of those, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think he'll address it unless he says he noticed someone came in through the quantum realm. That's a possibility. Unless he noticed that. That's a good thought though. Let's see, how did I get back to all right. Oh, Dirty Squirty, what's going on, brother? All right, let me look here in the comments. Scott caught that temple run. He did. This really has some Infinity War vibes in order to get back into full MCU mode. Felicity, that is on point. And to keep it straight buck, we hit 20 people in the stream today. That's a sign that the MCU is back, because that wasn't happening for no She-Hulk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that wasn't happening for anything. Your boy ain't been on in a minute, and that pops up like that. Indications that, like, this trailer is throwing us back on. Like I said, bro, ain't no movie trailer been able to get my wife out to the movie theaters, and my wife always came to the movies to see Marvel movies with me, and ain't none been like, what did she see? She saw Shang-Chi, and she really liked Shang-Chi. But other than that, like, she hasn't made it out to a Marvel movie. I've been having to go solo. So, like, yo, she loved the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer because she loves the Guardians of the Galaxy. But she saw this trailer and was like, it's lit. It's lit for a lot of people because they're laying out what's next. And on top of that, like, Jonathan Majors at this point has a name out there that's buzzing. But after this year, Jonathan Majors is going to be up here when it comes to, by the time we come to Secret Wars. Think about, like, where Jonathan Majors could go, and like name wise, brand wise, could go by the time we get to Secret Wars. And then when we get to Secret Wars, how much hype Kang the Conqueror could have by then, based on what we've seen so far. Think about that. To me, that's a dope, like, plan that could have work out. So, like, I can see why, you know, they want to bet on Jonathan Majors and not have Dr. Doom pop in, and bet on Kang the Conqueror being that guy, because it's likely that's where we're headed. It looks like we're getting that type of performance from Jonathan Majors here. Still trying to wrap my head around the Beyonder Kang. Yeah, that is a lot. I really hope that, like, they make it like to where he acquires the power. He doesn't steal it from anybody. That is a lot to wrap around, but also too, maybe that's just a signal of his power. Maybe giving, like, that is just the name and he is not the Beyonder. That is just a signal of the power that he has. Because also too, there is something to this scene here. All right, so you see, like, the helmet. You see the helmet here, right? And, like, his eyes aren't pupil blue. The pupil in his eyes aren't blue, right? But these blue contacts. These blue contacts are different, bro. So he could either A, inherently have a power. Like, I don't think that's the technology wearing off.
What's that?
And his eyes look, like, creepily dark at this moment. So it could be a power that he has. He definitely did his thing in Lovecraft Country, Tyler, to Mr. Griffin. Problem is that I'm going for Ant-Man. I don't know if I still care about the new characters yet. And I think that's why Ant-Man has to stay around. because we're not at a place right now to lose anybody else. We're not at a place right now to lose anybody else. Ant-Man has to come back for Kang Dynasty. Ant-Man has to come back for Kang Dynasty. But yeah, so like I said, this is really getting my hype up for it. Just let me know in the comments, where are you at for hypeness on this trailer right now? Are you scale of 1 to 10? Are you 5, 7, 9? Honestly, like the more we've been talking about it, I'm probably really like a 9. I'm at a solid 9. To be real, like I'm adjusting to the look of it, to the look of the quantum realm. Like the part where that looks like Pangea, not the part that looks like Pangea, the part that looks like Pandora. All right, it looks a little bit like Avatar. This part right here. This part right here, I'm really in love with the graphics there and that look. But let's say like some of this, like, you know, some of these type of shots here, I just need to see what's happening in these worlds. Like I need to be pulled into that world. For me, like I'm not just like pulled into it quite yet. I'm just not pulled into it quite yet. But like I said, this has me lit. This has me lit. Now, just a couple of theories. I'm gonna be I'm definitely gonna be making videos off of this. One is what's going on with these Kangs. Like, do we have multiple Kangs at play here? Like, it's like, what does He Who Remains have to come into play here? Beyonder Kang, what's left? Like, is this Beyonder Kang the only one left? I think we have to figure that out. 2, what does this dynasty mean? What does this dynasty mean moving forward, right? Here's the thing. Kang came through and said, I'm going to destroy your universe. I don't think Kang sets off bombs to destroy universes. I think Kang sets off incursions to destroy universes. And that's another video I'm working on, just as far as explaining my theory on incursions. But I have a little bit of a theory that incursions could be coming a bit from Kang as his device to destroy universes. And he's going to be coming for one, I think Scott is going to lose, and I think Kang is going to win. All right, I'm gonna just put it that way. I think Scott somehow gets saved, but I think Scott is going to lose. Like, Kane's going to get out. It's one day before your birthday. That's dope. Oh, Mr. Griffin says he has 7.5. I'm at a 9 because I'm hyped. Just Fernie, what's going on? He says, interesting how his eyes are blue and He Who Remains eyes aren't. Nikki is at a 6. She says she was at Nikki, I was at a 6, and I'm falling into the trap, Nikki. Tomorrow I might dive back down and like get back to like maybe an 8. But I would say I was probably at like a 7 or a 6 or a 7 before this trailer. Because I didn't want to get my expectations up. Dude, there was one point when I thought Thor: Love and Thunder was going to be a top 4 MCU movie, top 5 MCU movie. Boy, was I wrong. So yeah, I'm tempering my expectations, and I'm still going. Like, I want to be hyped in the moment. You know what I mean? I think I'm feeling that. So, you know, that temperament of expectations is going right now, but I don't think I'm gonna go anything below an 8. I'm just not going to expect it to be a top 5 movie. And I don't think I need it to be a top 5 movie right now. I think going back, it would be like, I think it'll probably be one of those like top 10-ish movies, or probably like one of those movies like Age of Ultron, where you don't really realize how great it is, how many seeds are planted, until you see the actual plan go into place. And that brings me into like what I'm thinking with incursions. I think that Kang is going to come back to our universe with an incursion to try and destroy it, with a simple incursion. There's rumors out there, and spoiler warning again for the Marvels, spoiler warning for the Marvels, spoiler warning for the Marvels, y'all. But there is a rumor out there that in the middle of the Marvels, which is insanely supposed to be a musical, that there's going to be an incursion that happens in the middle of the movie. And I think it's so like dope how if they make the Marvels as shitty as a movie as possible in the first, like, say 45 minutes, like they do that musical shit and people are like, the fuck is going on? Like, I'm thinking about walking out the movies. They make it as terrible as they can. If they do that and then turn around and make the Marvels bring up an incursion in the Marvels, and the mood and the tone of that movie just tonally switches. Remember, they got Nia DaCosta to be the director of this movie. She's not directing no sing-along movie type ish, right? I might have to make a video about that on its own. She's not. I don't think they bring her in to make some goobly glob type of movie that trolls people. I don't see that being as Nia DaCosta's stick, bruh. Like, I don't see, and even if she does, I don't see it being as so heavy-handed as we got in I don't see it being so heavy-handed as what we got in She-Hulk. She's not that type of person. Like, she's not that type of, at least from what I've seen in Candyman, you know, she's not that type of boom boom in your face with it, right? So I don't, for her horror elements and the incursions, I would love for her to handle that. And I would love for that to be something done by Kang the Conqueror. That incursion come from Kang the Conqueror, but we scave it off, and that leads to Kang wanting to come harder in Kang Dynasty. In this Kang Dynasty of him building up his army, and like we get the Kang Dynasty of him coming to claim like this. To be real, like this Kang Dynasty is really like the big mystery of what exactly like that means. Is Kang Dynasty him saying, I'm going to destroy your universe, so I'm going to go through your universe, your time and universe, and alter things and come and defeat you through this way? Or is Kang Dynasty him already going through conquering a lot of the multiverse and building his dynasty of conquering the multiverse, and then butting up heads with our Avengers? That's where we are right now. Like, I'm stuck right there on it. At the end of the day, I'm pretty solid on Secret Wars, on that being something to where at the end of the day we get one timeline and everybody comes in. Like, we get our mutants and we get Sony characters. Everything comes into one timeline, and for the time being, until we get deeper and deeper into phases 6 and 7 and 8, this will probably just be a singular universe, right? But then I think the multiverse will eventually open it back up. But that's again another video. When it comes to Kang, really curious as to like what you guys think of what is ahead with this dynasty. We know we're the beginning of the dynasty, and I think that is teasing. When you say the beginning of the dynasty, I think that it is teasing that Kang is going to be free. I think when you say the beginning of the dynasty, I think it is teasing that Kang is going to win and Scott is going to lose. However, I feel like Scott is going to be led to win. How brilliant would it be of Kang to let Scott think he won, or let Scott think that they both lost, and Scott gets out with his daughter back into reality and goes on to live life, only to get like smacked in the face by Kang the Conqueror. Like, you know what I mean? And like Kang comes to destroy our reality. That's where I see the new Avengers coming into play. So I'm very like intrigued. Like, this really brings up the interest. And if anything, I think they did a great job of, one, marketing this to where, yeah, it's an Ant-Man movie, but the real intrigue is finding out what is up with this dynasty, right? The real intrigue to this movie is really leading into the real intrigue of this movie is really Kang and where we're headed to in the Kang dynasty, and to lead us into Secret Wars. Because I best believe, like, after this movie, I think this will probably be the springboard to a lot of theories I think this will be like a lot of explanation as to what's probably happening with a lot of explanations, like what's happening with the 10 rings, what's happening with the Bengals. Like this will lead into speculation for the Marvels, right? The more we hear about the incursions, like, so the funny thing is, and like this, the crappy thing is, this is it. Like we're gonna have this, and then we're gonna have Loki. So the crappy thing about, I guess, the Marvel slate is you're gonna have Guardians of the Galaxy come out, and it's not gonna tie into this at all, I don't think. And then you're gonna have does the Marvels come out next year? If the Marvels comes out next year, I think this will tie in. I don't think it'll be a direct tie-in with Kang, but I think the incursions will be important. And of course we have Loki, and we got Secret Invasion. What's going on, Mike Porter? I'm so glad to see you, bro. I feel like I haven't seen you in so long, bro. What's going on? Hold on, let me change this one because Felicity is going to tell me this one's putting her to sleep. I need to put this in a repeat. Hold up. Felicity said this music was about to put her to sleep. Y'all can hear the music, right? Y'all can hear the music, right? No, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, let's hang out here. Let me get some Q&A going. Let me read the comments. And I just spout out some shit, bro. And then I probably, at the end of this stream, I'll probably catch y'all up. Like, I feel like I gotta take a second and like catch y'all up on where I'm at mentally with the MCU. Like, do y'all want to do that? Like, do y'all want to do that tonight, or do y'all want to do that? I can't stream tomorrow night, but I'm either gonna stream Wednesday night or Thursday night. What's going on, Vito? Do y'all want to do that? Like, do y'all want to take, like, I can probably go for about another 30, 45 minutes talking about where I'm at mentally after phase 4. Your phone's about to die. That's dope. Just catch the replay, bro. Just catch the replay. So let me know in the comment section if you want to go over that. I'm going to go over some of these questions and comments here, make sure I ain't missed nothing. But yeah, Mikhail, the movie starts 10 days before your birthday. That's dope, bro. That's dope. Bernie, that's the thing. Does Kang already have the power? Like, is this already the Beyonder Kang? The fact that his eyes glow blue, and let me pull it back up. The fact that his eyes glow blue, and He Who Remains eyes don't. What does that say? Because it's not even like his eyes are going blue like they do when his power's up. It's not like his eyes are going blue like his powers are. That's a part of something that he has in him. That he can turn blue. I'm sorry, it's not like his eyes will turn blue because his mask is up. Because even here, I'm gonna skip forward to this last like power shot from Kang.
I don't have to win. We just have to lose. I'm sorry, Cassie.
You know what? That thing is probably him trying to get back to his reality. After screwing Kang over, this shit right here is probably a portal for him to get back to his reality. And he fails and falls back to Kang. Are these a bunch of Ant-Mans in the background? All right, I got sidetracked here. Sorry, guys. I got sidetracked. All right, but you see his eye, like how his eyes are activated right there. That's not the same thing as the pupils in his eyes turning blue, right? Like that is a completely different instance of power there. So I definitely think it's something like generic or something genetic or something like the power of the Beyonder that's within him. There's something in him that makes him different than He Who Remains. I think we're going to get a clear definition too of how these people are separate. Let's see. Musicals. Bernie says musicals are underrated. Then again, I did theater in high school. No, like I like musicals, bro. Like don't get me wrong. Like, man, my daughter is a musical head when it comes to like these Disney movies. We're singing in the car all the time. My son is out here singing. You know, he be out here singing like Like he knows, like he can talk. Like he talks best when he sings. So I like musicals. I'm just not sure if I like a Miss Marvel, a Captain Marvel movie that would have a musical element in it. However, like I said, it would be amazing for them to have that movie like suck for like the first 30 minutes, only to turn around and for them to go crazy with an incursion and change the whole entire tone of it. That would be right up Nia DaCosta's wheelhouse. Mr. Griffin says, we still have no idea of what it's going to look like. Would love to see a trailer. What, for Loki? What are you talking about for Loki? What are you talking about, Mr. Griffin? What are you talking about, Mr. Griffin? Where we go here? Felicity says, for real, Marvel can't afford to troll fans anymore. She-Hulk would the stick for him. For them, they need movies that are making money, and that is facts, Felicity. And that is exactly what this movie is. I think that is exactly what what Ant-Man Quantumania is a money-making movie. Let me put it this way. I don't think it's gonna make $1 billion. Do y'all think this movie would make $1 billion? Let me end this question thing here. Oh, we got more questions. Mr. Tyler Griffin says, are we going to get some TVA action in this? I really like to see them established in something else other than Loki. Rumor is they're going to be showing up in Deadpool 3. I don't think we see the TVA per se unless Chronopolis is Kang's TVA. I'll put it that way. But also too, I have been reading. I have to read the Timeless Saga, but I have read recently just the Kang comic run. That's called. I guess it's just Kang the Conqueror, or is it just Kang? Whichever one. It's the newest one that's out right that leads into the Timeless Saga, and he does approach Chronopolis in order to be able to bring back Renslayer. And I think that's going to be something that they take out, the whole Renslayer thing. Because really that whole run was about him going after his quest for Renslayer, then realizing that there's nothing that he can do about it. And it becomes a never-ending cycle. He defeats different versions of himself and things of that sort. But in that, he comes across Chronopolis and becomes a master of time, is what he says. So I think, in my mind, that's what we're looking at here, is a Kang that at this point is somewhat of a master of time in reality. But I don't think we'll be seeing the TVA in this. Joe Vito says, so I just watched the trailer twice. The part with a lot of Ant-Man all at once seems like he's trying to get whatever Kang wants from a place in the quantum realm. That's what it seems to me too. However, I think he already has it. I think how this movie is going to go is that he's going to give Kang what he wants, but then at the end, he's going to try to screw him over. And I think that part is Scott screwing him over. And we're seeing Kangs from the multiverse. Maybe Kang says, you know what? I'm going to erase you from existence from the multiverse. And all of those Kangs, all of those Scotts start to come from that one Scott. And Kang is trying to stop them from reaching what I think is the portal, bro. Like I think like those are like the 10 rings. I'm gonna end the Q&A here. I think those are the 10 rings that will kind of serve as a portal to where you're trying to go in the multiverse. Because like he says, let me see if I can pull up the shot here. It's a quick shot. So this shot here.
I want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
This shot here, damn it, I missed it.
You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
That shot there, that reminds me of what they're looking for. Like it's kind of giving me that orangish tint that we're getting from the 10 rings. Like I said, I think that just the 10 rings and that type of technology have a lot to come into play here. It's going to be kind of wild to go from semi-cosmic to street level invade, right? Mr. Griffin. Like, I'm excited for that, but like, I don't want to get overly excited for one thing and overly excited for something else. And like, of course, apparently, like, these things are gonna tie in, right? Like, they made it so brilliantly for they set up so brilliantly for the street level or worldly level of what was going on with Age of Ultron and what was going on with the Sokovia Accords with Captain America Civil War. They did a brilliant job of tying that in to impact the cosmic story of what was going on with Infinity War. Brilliant, absolutely dope. So I'm curious how that is going to circle back around in this phase. I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing how that circle around. Make sure you hit the like button, by the way, if you're watching. I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing how that will circle back around and pay off here. All right, let me see where I'm at. Vito says, I love the trailer mainly because of Kang. Vito, I know you're gonna catch a replay, bro. Kang is the only reason why I'm really loving this movie. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not an Ant-Man fan, and if you've been rocking with the Sensei since day one, and you know you put the fist up high in the chat, you know your boy does not rock with any of the Ant-Man movies, not a single one of them. I'm not a fan of Ant-Man, but you put some Kang in there, and you give me this type of tone, bro. There wasn't one single joke in this fucking trailer, bro. There wasn't one single hunky dory moment in this trailer. You give me this type of tone in this trailer, I'm sold on it. Plus, Jonathan Majors is that. Jonathan Majors is him. I haven't seen Jonathan Majors miss once. I haven't seen him miss once. So, yeah. I gotta see that Devotion movie that he's in. It's on Paramount Plus, man. Paramount Plus about to make me get Paramount Plus just so I can maybe get a trial, right? They got a Paramount Plus trial. I had to get Paramount Plus to watch that Devotion movie that he's in when he's an airman. I don't think it's like a Tuskegee Airman movie, but I don't really know much about that movie, but it looks dope. Michael Stevens says down. Is it Mikael or Michael? But you said Mikael says he is down for that. I don't know if he's down for it, but I'm down for it too. I'm down. Let's see. Lord Vito says. So that part with all the Ant-Man looks like looks like what he jumps into after walking with Kang. Let me go back and look. Let's go back and look. So it looks like what he's jumping into after walking with Kang. I'm trying to go find the video. I might just have to play through it.
I don't care who this guy is.
Okay. Oh my God! All right, there. Look. I told you we can't see. This is the type of mode. All right. This look at here. Sorry, Vito, for getting distracted, but this look right here. This is the MODOK I want to see. Damn it. Oh, this is even another angle. Okay, make him look painful. You're right, Vito. This does look like the floor of messing up his plans. And I think he's going to succeed. Maybe MODOK gets destroyed in that. But at the end of the day, I think it's just going to be left up to Scott. And, yeah, that does look like it. They're not showing us too much. They're not showing us too much of it. Maybe this is when he needs to get it going. And he needs that device or something. Where he can come and harness that. I'm interested, but there's all right. So look, I also had this crazy theory about cosmic energy in the MCU. I had this crazy theory about cosmic energy in the MCU based off of what Doctor Strange said in No Way Home, when he says that the sanctums are built on currents, and for time before them, people were trying to build around and harness these cosmic currents. That has to have a source. And these cosmic currents, I think, go throughout the universe and multiverse, to be quite honest with you. That has to have a source, and I think that's it. But that was a good catch, Vito. That's a very good catch. All right, let's see where we're at here. To me, or did this trailer seem to show the whole movie? Mike, you're the second one to say that. It shows a lot about what's going on with Ant-Man, and I think that's completely fine because I don't care really about what's going on with Ant-Man. I want to know what's happening with Kang. So I don't really think it gives up too much of the stick, but yeah. My guess is Kang, Cassie, and Scott end up together and separated from Hank and his wife. I'm guessing by the time they finally meet up, Kang will reveal himself. Yep. My favorite part, or that just Kang and Scott get separated. And I think Kang pulls Scott. And honestly, like I mentioned earlier, this could be going on throughout the multiverse. Kang could be pulling Scotts throughout the multiverse. My favorite part of this trailer is actually how Kang talks. He talks like two different Kangs at one point. In time, like two Kangs will be in this. That's very different. I gotta go back and listen to it. He does sound nothing like He Who Remains. He does sound nothing like He Who Remains. And that Dan the Man, what is popping off, sir? Thanks for dropping in. He does talk like two different Kangs, and like he does sound nothing like He Who Remains. Again, this theory that stems from, and I don't know who came up with the theory. It was a video that I watched over there with the Dan when they were reacting to something. But it comes from the leaked Loki trailer where you have a statue of three Kangs at the TVA, and I do think that one of those three Kangs will be this Kang. We already have He Who Remains Kang. I think that third Kang, my initial thought is that third Kang would have been the Beyonder Kang. That was my initial thought, that third Kang would be the Beyonder Kang. But now, after rumors that this Kang will be the Beyonder Kang that we see, I don't know. Like, that just throws me off because I know Jonathan Majors was saying that. Let me go back to the main screen. I know that Jonathan Majors was saying that for the longest, he was looking forward to playing multiple iterations of Kang the Conqueror, right? Like, he will be all of these variants. I don't think they're gonna waste that opportunity. So I would like it if this Kang isn't the Beyonder Kang that we see in the future. But we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely possible that this Kang could be the Beyonder Kang, and that the third Kang from Loki, from that Loki leak trailer, could be somewhat of a good Kang that would try to bring everyone together, but he realizes that the Beyonder Kang is just far too powerful for just him to defeat. That's a lot. That's a lot. The Marvels, yes, the marvelous Marvels. Go back in the trailer with Scott Cassidy all walking together. It looks like he's leading to the place. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was like kind of alluding to, Vito. That's what I was kind of alluding to. Multiverse of Madden didn't quite make a building, but got close, maybe 8. That's what I'm thinking, Felicity. Maybe 800,000. I think this movie will have a much stronger second weekend than Multiverse of Madness. Like, I think this movie will have more longevity than any of the previous movies, in my opinion. But also at the same time, I think it's possible that this movie, in the eyes of fans, could very much get Age of Ultron. It depends on how clear they are with what Kang is trying to do. Now, if Kang is that villain that comes out and says, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it, and we're going to watch him do it, that will amplify this movie up a lot sooner than what it took for us to amplify Age of Ultron. But the scale of this movie is ridiculous. And it's crazy that this movie feels like it's so big, but it's just the Ant-Man characters. Speaking of Renslayer, I wonder if she found him yet. That's a great question. I don't think she has. I don't think Renslayer will be one to be searching to find him. In fact, after everything flipped over, unless we have 2 different TVAs, I think she possibly just reset the plan. You have to see. I think he posed an interesting thought with the style of directing. Yeah, Mikhail, like she doesn't Nia DaCosta. That's not her wheelhouse. That's not Nia DaCosta's wheelhouse to do that type of movie. So I think, like, if they want to take a little bit of stance. One, like, I don't think Nia DaCosta is that type of director, that type of, like, her work to me doesn't say I'm going to come out and just instantly troll people for a whole entire project. Now, if it's something that will appease Brie Larson or some people at Marvel, like maybe a writer, to be like, hey, just for the beginning, like, just wouldn't it just be funny to have like like for the first 20-30 minutes have this movie suck, and then like we lead to like a musical and people can barely stand it, and in the middle of a musical selection an incursion happens and this turns into like a dark movie. Yeah, that could absolutely work for me. We just have to see. Like, there's not a lot of proof to those leaks either, though. Felicity says they are going to need to explain why Janet hasn't mentioned Kane before if she knows so much about him. I think because that's the type of stuff you do keep to yourself. In my mind, if she mentions it to anybody, that they're going to, like, we have to go stop this guy. Instead of, I think anything that she mentions of that, is going to open up the problem in her mind instead of cutting it off. I would look at that. Like, I feel like she's going to explain it. Oh shit, this seat. I've been sitting on my ass. I feel like she's going to explain it. And my asshole don't hurt. My ass cheek. It's my ass cheek fell asleep. My ass cheek. My asshole is fine and unscathed. But yeah, I definitely think they're going to mention it. And by the way, as I mentioned my asshole, I'm sorry, guys. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're just stopping by here, if you're just new, please just hit the like and subscribe to the channel. We got into our first 1,000 subs. Still doing the GameStop gift card giveaway. It's so late. Maybe that's why I'm stumbling over my words. Still doing that giveaway when we hit 1,000 subs. So subscribe to the channel. Check out our videos. Hit that notification bell so you know when we drop a video. And thanks for stopping in. I appreciate y'all. All right. Dan the Man says, I need Kang to turn back the time to where Hank and it. I would love to see that. Turn them back. Let me see them go ham, bro. This trailer got me genuinely concerned for Scott. I don't think Scott's going to die. I think they're setting it up for a lot of people to think Scott's going to die. I just don't think we as an MCU can afford for another. He's not even an OG Avenger. But I don't think we can afford for another phase 2 or phase 2 character to die. Not gonna lie, I wanted Driver for Doom, but I'm starting to see him as Reed. Yo, all right, yeah, I can see Adam Driver definitely as Reed. Honestly, Adam Driver is one of those actors that I could see him playing a lot of roles in the MCU. Honestly, like, I could see him being a Magneto. I could see him being a Xavier. Adam Driver is one of those dudes I can see being anybody in the MCU. So I'm down for Reed. And the thing is, like, I don't know if any of y'all saw my video. We're not getting Doom. Like, I'm pretty certain at this point we're not getting Doom in phase 5 and 6. If we do get Doom it'll be a Secret Wars as probably a Fantastic Four version of Doom. There's no way now at this point that Doom is not mentioned anywhere in these leaks. We're not getting Doom. All we have is Kang. Kang, I think, is enough. I think Kang will be enough for the Secret Wars story, but Doom has to come in this next phase where I'm going to be highly pissed. Doom has to be the big bad that leads to the big bad of this phase that leads to the bigger bad of the next phase. And it's going to be great because, they killed Thanos. And I think killing Thanos takes away any value of seeing another Thanos. Like, I don't think I will have any value of seeing another Thanos. But they could. I think Kang is always going to stay around. And I think there's value, and I think they could do stories with Kang to bring him back up to be more powerful again. And the same thing with Doom. I think after they used Doom in phase 6 and 7, and what leads to, I'll spill my beans. Like, I think Doom and Wanda are going to be the ones to close the multiverse. And I think after that, we're going to lead to a period to where the multiverse opens up again due to the works of them trying to stop Doom from doing that. And to save other universes. So some of these other characters who could come into the realization that, hey, I'm actually from another universe. This isn't right. That type of deal. But yeah, man, what's happening, bro? It's a good new year, bro. It feels good to see everybody in here again. Drop a like to this video, sub to the channel if you ain't already. It feels good to be up in here, bro. So much to discuss. Thoughts on Fantastic Four possibly appearing in this? Post credit scene, if anything, I'm not that certain of them popping up on here. I'm gonna fly through that. Like you dropped the bomb on me, Dan the man. Tiamat being Krakoa, I like that theory a lot. If that's what they're gonna do. Here's the thing, I don't think we're gonna get that far into our X-Men before like we start to merge the universes. But I would like to see them like plant seeds or like to play around with it. Maybe bring in some other lesser known X-Men in the MCU until we reset. And that way, when we reset, we already have mutants introduced. So when we reset after like into one timeline, it's not that convoluted. Like, it'd be a little bit of a soft reboot, but we just have new elements of these characters and it'll make sense because it's already been established. When it comes to the Red Hulk, Sentry, and Songbird for Thunderbolts, bro, I'm really loving everything I'm hearing about this Red Hulk. I'm really loving everything I'm hearing about this Red Hulk. I think this Red Hulk is going to turn out and be brilliant. I think the MCU has set themselves up brilliantly for that type of on this world, like setup and like the worldly stuff. Now when it comes to like I'm very curious again what the Thunderbolts is going to have to do with what we're doing with Kang, because we're going to be going through Armor Wars. Like, to me, Thunderbolts means it's just going to be so much harder for our OG Avengers to do things. So we'll see. Oh, you got me on the TV. Hey, that's what's up. Oh, and then lastly, finally a reboot after sequel was, like I said, I don't think we're getting a complete reboot. But I do think we're getting an elimination of the multiverse. I think we're merging in. He might get stuck into the quantum realm until Kang Dynasty. I think that's a possibility, Mr. Griffin. And it's possible that while he's in the quantum realm, to not sleep on Scott Lang being someone who has a huge part to play in defeating Kang or the Beyond Kang through a heist. Like, I think he could possibly try to plan another heist to pull it off. Another big question. Ant-Man spent 5 years in the quantum realm, but it was only 5 hours for her. How much time do you think it will pass in the MCU or during this movie? I think no time will pass in the MCU during this movie. Now, when this takes place in the quantum realm, that's very interesting because if no time passes where Scott was, and they just go out and re-enter the vortex of where they came in, I really want to figure out when in the quantum realm and when outside of time this stuff takes place. Is this stuff taking place at the same time as Loki, outside of the quantum realm, and then like in the TVA and at the Citadel? Is this stuff taking place right after Loki, outside of the Citadel? When is like is he who remains already dead? Is this taking place after, what is happening? Does this Kang even know he who remains is dead? My assumption is if he hasn't returned, possibly, like if we see that this Kang has returned, then hey, this could be taking place after Loki. Who knows? But there is some, even though we're outside of time, there has to be some type of chronological order of what is happening um, here. And my only assumption is that this has to be taking place after Loki. I just don't think it's happening that far after Loki. Green Beezy, what's going on, bro? How's it going, man? Look, we're about to get out of here because I still have to. We're gonna do tonight. I wouldn't expect a video from me on this until probably Wednesday. What's tonight? Monday? Yeah, probably Wednesday. I'm gonna write the video tonight. Probably gonna shoot it tomorrow, or record it tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do another. Let me know in the comment section real quick. Do y'all like videos with face or without face? And it ain't gonna hurt my feelings because I don't. I would personally prefer to not show my face because it's a much easier process. I know some of y'all in here don't even really watch videos. I know some in here y'all probably don't even watch videos, but you know, I need your opinion. How do you like your vids? With face without face. Let me know what y'all think. But like I will say, like the video analytics, like I'd be probably watching this just too hard. I thought I would see more. See, I bet that without face was Green Bear, cause he probably jealous of my beautiful face. Yeah, that's where I'm leaning, Vito. That's where I'm leaning, and like I really want to focus more on my videos being like more driven on the one topic. Like for example, with the Doom video, I was like, "Where's Doctor Doom?" Instead of addressing where Doctor Doom was at the whole video, I spent like the first like 3 to 4 minutes talking about why having Doctor Doom was a mistake, and that's not why people clicked on the video. So like I gotta be more cognizant of what I'm doing with my thumbnail. But yeah, nah, I'm like, you know, my camera ain't gonna go to waste. Like I shoot videos and shit. But like, and I definitely use a camera for live streams. That's the only choice I got. But yeah, I would definitely show my face later on, like if it was a commercial or something. I'm probably gonna put my face on at the end, like when I ask for like subs or whatever. Going. But yeah, that was just a quick question for y'all. But look, now we're back at 50-50. See, the only thing though, like if it was like 80-20 with face, then I would have been like, nah, I'm keeping it where we were. But now at this point, like since it's 50-50, I'm gonna see what it's like with the. I'm just gonna focus on. All right. But yeah, look, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here because, like I said, I gotta write this up. Trying to think though, which either one it'll be, whether it be like the Three Kings theory. I don't think that's fully fleshed out. I'll let you know what we think we're going on. What we think going. Yeah, it's a preface, but I think a lot of people are really cutting it out, and you know, if I think it gives me more time to like beef up like the content of my video and the editing. So that's where we're going. All right, but look, thank you all for dropping in and stopping by. Look, I appreciate each and every one of you rocking with your boy. Like I said, I had to take 2 months off. Oh shit, I didn't even get into phase 4. We're gonna be talking about phase 4 in another one of my streams. We'll probably do that later this week. I do have to get off my chest what phase 4 did to your boy, but I do want to thank y'all for stopping by. Rock with me. I had to like really. I didn't realize like your boy took 2 months off, and thank God I'm not like at 1,000 subs or whatever, like that. But like, you know, you kind of needed to. Like, I had a very my work, my job was like very stressful. There's a lot of stressful things going on top of the holidays always being a stressful period. and throwing off your workflow schedule. It was a lot of work. Hold on, what was the last comment? Love for it, and I know he's going to put butts in the seats, but I still don't agree with that casting. They could have used Stephen Lang, or let me look up Stephen Lang. I'm not familiar with him. I actually think I like the casting because there's something about if he's gonna be Mega Chad, right? And if he's gonna be like, I think this casting sets it up perfectly. I like the casting. Steven, what was it? Lane. Yeah, see, all right. So Stephen Lane's a little too grizzled. Like, I think they needed somebody like with the old man face, but not too grizzled, because he is gonna be like a Hulk, but also he's gonna be a president too. He's also gonna be a president too. I had a heavy flow. I had a heavy flow of your mom's boobies in my face. Now I'm playing Green Bear. And if I did have to, I would be a pad guy too. But nah, man, it was just, shit just got stressful. Like, my job's tied into politics with the election, and pretty much my city's probably gonna go down to shit. And it's just stressful, like, because people are jumping ship for my job. My job is safe, but I kind of want to jump ship basically because of leadership, all that stuff going on. So it did get a bit stressful, and I was at the point where it's like, I can't even like write my video because it was just it was just so heavy on my mind. Between that and a lot of stuff, like, your boy's turning 30 next year. So like I had a wedding. I also had a wedding to edit and shoot. But your boy's turning 30 next year. So that anxiety of turning 30 is absolutely legit, and I was struggling with that for like a month or so. Because it's actually legit. I've lost people, but shit, it's like, damn, this 30 shit is real. Like, I'm really about to be fucking 30. And I know people will laugh at it, but you'll sit back and remember, like, you remember when you was turning 30 and you had like this, the mortality anxiety. I think that's what I would call it, like the anxiety of mortality. So yeah, but it was good to be at a better, like, I wasn't saying depressed or nothing, or I was at like a terrible spot. And now we got 37% saying face. Like, I'm gonna try again, no face. I wasn't having a crisis, but it was just like a lot of kind of stress to it. New here, but yeah, I can relate. 32 and getting gray hairs and random headaches. Daryl, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, brother, and thank you for that tape, because that is the case. Lord Kendall having a quarter life crisis. I was. Yeah, no, laugh it up, 30. But it is what it is. Like, I feel like it was. Yeah, it is. It's la, laugh it up. It's just a realization. I know I still gotta live with that shit, but it's a realization. Like, damn, it's here. But look, thank y'all so much for hanging out with your boy. I gotta get out of here. I will holler at y'all with the next video, so on the lookout for that. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, share the video out, and I'll catch you in the next one.